did 1, 2, 3 in one video, and each entry was bigger than the previous one, but Sniper Elite 4 took it to a whole new level. But before we talk about Sniper Elite 4, I want you to know something. If you enjoyed this game, if you think it's perfect, good. So you have two steps. Leave a like, and the second step, exit the video. The last thing I want is making someone notice something that I don't want you to notice if you're enjoying the game. You bought it, you think it's perfect, good, goodbye. Now, Sniper Elite 4 is that one game that everybody keep praising, so I'm not gonna make a video about that and say why it's so good and stuff. No, we'll do a whole thorough review of this game and see what does it check and what does it uncheck. Sit back, relax, and let's destroy another wonder weapon. Let's talk about what's new Sniper Elite 4, which is quite a lot. Let's start. Starting with the most important aspects of Sniper Elite games, the gameplay. Now, the biggest change to the gameplay is finally the ability to change shoulder's view. Hooray! Hooray! Seriously, this is a lifesaver. I loved Sniper Elite 3, and it would be even more perfect if it has this feature. And Carl has now widened his moves range from running while crouching, which is my favorite new addition to the game, which, trust me, can save a lot of time if you're playing in stealth, to climbing stuff, which is not even utilized close to enough, or whistling to attract enemies or break them up. And the soundbox is bigger and wider than the third game by at least 3 times. And now again you have the map, but now it's more perfect than ever, since you can see the main objective and the side objective and the routes where you have to go. Assassin's Creed games,
don't do it to me. I beg you.
Take inspiration, please. Look at how simple it is. Carl Arsenal had an upgrade as well. Tagging enemies is back. Speaking about perfecting on enemies, Carl now can see enemies and their specialty in details and see why they're wanted, what division they are, and what they're carrying. Wow, mind-blowing. But why the hell can't I untag enemies? Such a weird move. Such a downgrade from Sniper Elite 3. So be ready to have that one guy stuck to your screen for the whole mission if you're far from him, because our boy Carl doesn't seem to forget his position. And now you have the ability to booby trap dead bodies, or use the time TNT or stabilize heart rate through medkits, bandages. And if you think we're done, nope, doesn't stop there. Sniper Elite 4 takes it a step further by giving you a hub area almost in the beginning of every mission, where you can interact with friendlies or allies. The loadout has a bunch of new things, like changes snipers' zeros to make longer shots more likely to connect, or like suppressed ammo, which I have mixed feelings about, because okay, it saves time for you now waiting for the sound mask icon to appear, okay, but as well it can take a little bit from the tactical aspect of Sniper Elite games, which has been a major part in these games. Talking about upgrades, you can upgrade Carl's ability, like increasing the maximum heart rate, or upgrade your gun's accuracy. You see, Sniper Elite 4 really did bring many things to that series, and you took these things for granted, huh? I sure did back in the day. I really wanted to take some time to give a shout out to Rebellion, because they put so much time and effort into making their games, so props to them. You have 3 different playstyles. Let's start with the action. Not this game's strongest feature, but it's decent enough in its own way to make you feel operational in fighting enemies. However, leaving the action as soon as possible is your best bet, because these guys hit like thunder. And ranks do matter here. The generals giving orders, Slayer guys can summon reinforcements, and many other things in the action, which was definitely an upgrade upon the previous 2 games. The second playstyle, let's call it semi-stealth, where enemies have a sense of your presence but don't know where you are. Definitely how this game meant to be played, due to the tremendous amount of things supporting this playstyle. You can finish this whole game just by this, and can't lie, it does sometimes feel good to mess around with them and make them go mad. Using pistols and suppressed ammo or melee attacks is ideal here. Shooting something that can be exploded from afar to attract enemies into that position, throwing rocks to make them go there, and a lot of things that can be happening in this playstyle alone. If this is your favorite playstyle, you're one lucky piece of shit. And it's all perfect until you try to play with the third playstyle, which is being a complete ghost, like Sam Fisher or Hitman. Which is the most suitable playstyle for me, is unfortunately not always present in this game. And I repeat, this is the playstyle where I want to not even investigate things that I did. So the yellow alert and this whole enemies being yellow on the map, I don't want it. That's the playstyle I'm talking about. And due to many things, mainly because some of the main objectives are crowded with enemies, forcing you to play in semi-stealth playstyle, which is the second playstyle I talked about. Some objectives need explosive, which is fine, but you can't even mask the sound of the explosions like the previous games. Plus, throwing rocks or whistling is sometimes rather useless since it attracts you to every single one's attention. And by taking them out, they will notice how that a squad member is missing. And I have tested it just to see how would they know if the squad member is missing or not. It turns out they don't rely on anything. They will just know if you kill him. He can wander for hours, not in their vision, and they wouldn't even care. But once you kill him, they will notice right away. This perhaps my biggest gripe with this game. Non-lethal playstyle is not completely viable, though you can do missions like Sankalini, I think that's the name, mission, or the mansion one in this playstyle completely without any problem, which surprisingly well turned out to be my favorite 2 missions in the game by a long shot. And sometimes the AI can rather be random or glitchy, like here where they can hear me weirdly. It just irritates me to see the whole map going yellow and suspect my presence just cause the main objectives require me to go loud. Or some objectives like do a complete wipeout of this outpost. It was close to perfect, but unfortunately for me, not having the non-lethal playstyle is major aspect of enjoying the game for me. And what irritates me more is that some missions have it, some other missions don't have it. So it's not completely diverse as gamers make it out to be. But that's just me. Alright, that's it about the gameplay. It's solid enough for most playstyles and I'm sure many playstyles will shine here. But for me, this little piss and match of Xbox stealth isn't really my type. But I'm sure people wouldn't mind it that much. Most of them. But for Hitman or Splinter Cell or Dishonored non-lethal gamers, yeah, you might have a little trouble here. But what can I say? The game just doesn't want you to play in this playstyle. Or sometimes it can be done, but it's completely slow and will take much of your time. Like you can throw rocks one by one and it will take hours for them to just not notice anything. Alright, that's it about the gameplay. I do like it, it just irritates me so much. But it's an upgrade upon 2, 3. However, I prefer 3 in that aspect. Not that it's important or anything, but let's talk about the story. This one, while having more elements than the previous 2 games, it pissed me off the most because it does try. At least the previous 2 games like said, okay, we don't have to try here, let's just give them gameplay. This is another Wonder Weapon story where you have to destroy it because the Nazis are gonna build it and destroy it. Sometimes it's just pure comedy, like take a look. And this is the ending. Yeah, it's rough in here. And most missions dialogue just do this for me or do that for me. While sometimes it does show a charm here and there. Like this mission where there's a mutual interest between the characters. Like, I know you're not good and you're a Nazi, but you are of use to me, so am I to you.
The war is becoming unpredictable if the Allies push through.
I get it. You're just hedging your bets.
Or here, where you can talk to a freaking mafia boss.
Are we not friends, you and I?
We have mutual enemies.
That's cool. More like this and the story would be okay. But unfortunately, it's not that. It's not even close to that. And what the hell happened to the voice acting in this game? Why do they talk like they have been electrified?
Ah, a 1913 bottle of Mountain Oscar.
There is a railway gun parked on the viaduct.
Lieutenant Carl Fairburn. Nice job on Sansalini.
What mics were they using? Seriously, that's it for the story. Nothing memorable. And please don't play them for the story. Like, I know some people call some games story games. This is not one. If you're gonna buy it for the gameplay. And lastly, let's talk about the technical side of this game. It's pretty good. It's the best one in the series actually. The sounds of the environment is dynamic as hell. Like going into caves or closed places make the voices echo.
Think I've grabbed all I can.
And the enemy dialogue and orders is here, which is a nice niche detail that Sniper Elite 4 does. Plus, the game looked very good to the eye, with all the sweet places and the beautiful nature of Italy. The faces looked reasonable for some, like Carl, but that's not always the case. Like, what the hell is this? And the bullet camera is of course back, and it's smoother than ever, and it doesn't have that weird transition like the previous 2 games. Well done, that's it about the campaign. I'd call it decent and it's a good vision to the future. However, I hope that non-lethal playstyle is viable in the next game, which is Sniper Elite 5. I'm itching to play it. And if you're mad because I did mention many things that I don't like about this game, it's okay. If you enjoy it, it's okay. That's just my opinion. And I don't like to just keep praising a game if I like it. No, in fact, I would like to say much more to the game if I like it. So I would like to say why it's not perfect. I hope you understand. Alright, that's it about the campaign. Before we start talking about the DLCs, I want to give a shout out to Rebellion for really hiding the DLC as well. Of course, you get to confront Hitler in every Sniper League game. This is a fun one, because it starts outside of a facility and then you have to push your way through the site stealthily. It was big and unique. Though the inside area was a little bit cheap to just give you a cool moment of killing Hitler with the machines, so I didn't take that way. So I triple shot him and he died like a
Auf Wiedersehen.
I think I prefer 2 3s, I guess 7 out of 10. And now with the Deathstorm trilogy. These are 3 missions to neutralize Operation Deathstorm, which is dangerous of course. The first Deathstorm mission is a snow mission. The layout of this mission makes it look like a masterpiece, but in reality, this is one of the most poorly designed maps in this game by offering boring design, and it even has a timed mission. Imagine, where if you don't do it in time, the object will just fail. Nothing memorable here, and again, some locations are crowded with enemies next to each other. I don't know why this deserved to be a whole DLC mission. 5.5 out of 10. Much better than the first mission. Unique design which made it stand out against all the other missions in the game. Once you rescue a girl, which is our ally, the next you're talking German to summon elite squad members and eliminate them one by one.
Ich brauche sofort die Einheit Valkyrie. Sofort, verdammt, sofort.
Next, you find someone who committed, I can't tell you what he committed because I'm scared of YouTube. Nice mission idea wise, while the gameplay doesn't stand out that much against the game or to be a whole DLC mission, but merged with the unique ideas and you'll get a unique mission. 7.5 out of 10. Wow, I'm speechless. That was quite the run with the Deathstorm trilogy, and they ended it perfectly with Deathstorm 3. Easily the best mission in the DLC. It might be the best mission in the whole game, to be honest. Took me around 1 hour and 26 minutes. You heard that? A whipping 1 hour and 26 minutes to finish it, and it didn't drag, maybe just a little bit towards the end. This one is close combat, so you want to be careful, and there's even 2 armored vehicles whipping the area around. You have to knock out the scientist and hide their body. The closest thing to Hitman or Splinter Cell this game has to offer. Genius design. And almost perfectly played, and it's clear that the developers really took their time in designing this map. 8.5 out of 10.
We know how this works. Let's get going.
By far the best thing this game has to offer as a side mode. The locations are great for both the operatives and the sniper. The major difference here is that both of you have objectives now, unlike the third or the second game. Usually most of the heavy weight lies on the operative, but the sniper have objectives as well, which is very nice feature. Like this one time where I was kinda stuck and I didn't want to go and risk all the stealth going away, so my teammate just called the enemy's comms and ordered the tank driver to move out of the way.
Jawohl, Herr Leutnant. Verstanden.
Wow, this is as close to perfection the Overwatch mode has ever gotten, with 2 unique maps, which I wanted more of, but what can I do? But I enjoyed what we had. Well freaking done. Let's end it on a sad note for me, which people might disagree, but I don't think the survival in Sniper Elite 4 is good. Let me explain. So this one is a little different than both Sniper Elite 3 and 2 survival by making you change locations with the moving of the headquarters supplies. This, in my opinion, is the worst survival in the series yet. While the mechanics of Sniper Elite 4 is solid enough, the survival mode again like what Sniper Elite 3 lacks the most, which is the surviving itself. Hence the mode is very easy and you get plenty of ammunition, health and cover. And this mode is long. Plus, the locations from the map I played are significantly worse than the previous 2 games because enemies will take a while to push you, and oftentimes you will have the last enemy or 2 who doesn't want to push you, so you'll have to Death Stranding travel into them, which was super annoying. And some locations give you such a bad angle on enemies, so I will say it again, way too easy, boring and poorly designed. And some maps, of course, it was very easy and I don't feel like playing it with higher difficulty since more problems gonna appear, but that's just the survival. The other modes were solid. So that's it about Sniper Elite 4. I did 1, 2, 3 in one video and now 4, and I'm itching to play 5. Really, I'm itching to play it because I remember back in the day 5 was like the best one and one of the best sniper games ever. But I don't know, leaving 5 aside, Sniper Elite 4 is a solid game with solid mechanics, solid stealth for most parts, solid action, solid design, enjoyable maps. Even the worst missions in Sniper Elite 4 are very good compared to other games, trust me. Though I have problems with the stealth mechanics here and I don't like being told how to play, which this game sometimes does. It stands out to be a unique game. Do a non-lethal playstyle and just lower the enemy count a little bit and Sniper Elite 4 would be much better. But with this state, it's still very solid, just irritating sometimes. That has been it. Make sure to watch my other videos. Take care.